All right, howdy folks. Today I'm going to be making wash for miniatures. I'm going to be using Mop and Glow. This is just a floor polish. I couldn't find the brand that was often recommended, and I think you just want to make sure that there's some kind of acrylic polymer in there. This is modified acrylic polymer, second ingredient after water. I think that's how you know you got the right stuff. Could be wrong, but this stuff seems to work fine. To make things easier, I've put some of that into here. Now, this is important. If you're going to use floor polish, you need to, you can use one of two things. You can use an ink as your pigment, and that works very well. That's how I made this one. You can see there's no sticking to the container, just a good black wash. And this is something that I did earlier, and you can tell that all that ink has gone into the recesses and created a nice shading effect. But if you don't have an ink, that's fine. I happen to have these transparent paints for airbrush, and they're pretty thin and watery, so I thought they would be good to mix. And it turns out that it's true. So we're going to take our container, and I don't have this like measured out, but it's pretty much up to here with your base, and then you just kind of add drops and then test it out to make sure you have the right consistency. And then once you know the ratio, you can make your own recipe. So I don't have a red wash, so I'm going to do red. So we're just going to twist this open, add in our base, if you don't know where to get these little containers, you can get these at the Dollar Tree, 5 for $1.25. So for the base, I start out at about 3 drops or so. 1, 2, 3. And then we just close this up, give it a good shake. Still pretty light colored. So we're going to add another 2 drops. Looks pretty saturated to me. Now we want our wash to be darker just a little bit. So we're going to take our black, and you just want just a little bit of this starting out, because a little bit of black can go a long way. You can already tell that turned into like a maroon color. So that little bit was probably too much black. But it's a distinct color. You can tell that's red. So we'll try it on this thing. So you can definitely tell it definitely shaded it a little bit. But it's also going into the recesses quite nicely. So that's pretty much what you want your wash to be. And then you can have a very cheap wash that ends up looking like this.